What's up, this is Stephen Bloodworth, and this is my massive horror Blu-ray update. Goddamn, so it's been about 3 months, 4 months since I last did a Blu-ray or DVD update. That's mainly because I was filming some other projects, and I wasn't getting a whole lot of stuff during the month of October specifically, but it all accumulated to an entire collection of new arrivals. This time, I'm just gonna break them up into 2 videos. This one, you'll see the Blu-rays, and the next one, you'll see the DVDs. But first, I'm gonna start off with the 3 4Ks that I picked up. First one I got is the second sight release of the Dawn of the Dead 4K box set, and this is just a monster of a set. It comes with 3 different cuts of the film, including bonus content, special features, and it even has the soundtrack, which I am a huge fan of the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack. And I got this one from Zavvi. I know a lot of people got it from either Zavvi, Diabolic DVD, or Second Sight directly, but I love the quality of this entire box set. I love the book it comes with, and the picture and the sound is breathtaking. I don't know if there are any more left. There should be, but if you're a Dawn of the Dead fan, then this is a must-own. Next up is the Blue Underground release of the Daughters of Darkness 4K. It's been years since I've seen this one, and it's got this awesome lenticular cover to it, but it's been a really long time since I've seen Daughters of Darkness, and it's not my favorite, but it is definitely a weird, very underrated vampire film. I can understand why not a lot of people would like this. It is very slow, but the quality of the 4K is incredible, and if you just like sleazy vampire movies, I would say give this one a shot. The next one I picked up is a Wellgo USA release, and that is Train to Busan Presents Peninsula. I watched this one the other day, and I really liked it a lot. It was different. It kind of reminded me of Land of the Dead a little bit, and with that being said, I'm really upset in a way because the gore is really nothing spectacular. I know the gore in Train to Busan wasn't all that much gore, but for a film, it is definitely a lot of fun. It's a cool take on a dystopian civilization, but if you like Train to Busan, then you'd probably like Peninsula. So that does it for the few 4Ks that I got. Now let's get into the Blu-rays. The first bunch are all Arrow video releases, and unfortunately I haven't gotten to get into these, but this first one is really cool. It's the standard edition of the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast set, coming with, I believe, all of his films. And I'm upset that I missed out on the first big box set, but that one was just too much money. This one, a lot more inexpensive for anybody that likes H.G. Lewis, but I can't wait to get into this. I've seen a couple of his films from Arrow in the past, but any H.G. Lewis fan who's looking for an affordable collection of his films, definitely pick this one up. The next one I got, this has been on my watch list for a really long time, haven't gotten to check it out yet. This one is Microwave Massacre. Just the title alone made me want to get it, but it's only a 76-minute film, but if you've seen the film before, drop a comment down below letting me know what you think of it. And the last Arrow pickup that I got, this one is The Mutilator. I have not checked this one out yet. It looks pretty rad, but if you've seen it, drop a comment down below. Moving on to Scream Factory, and I got a lot of Scream Factory pickups for this update. The first one I did the review on is the Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection, and I did get the edition that comes with the limited edition poster, but surprisingly, knock on wood, I have had no problems with this Blu-ray set, and for any Friday the 13th fan, I say definitely get this. It is a truly special box set, and I really can't say enough good things about it. I know that there were issues with a lot of people's box sets, but Scream Factory has done the right thing by helping everybody out, and it's just a beautiful looking box set from every aspect of it. Any Friday the 13th fan, a definite must pick up. The next one, this one was like $20 or so at one point, so I decided to grab it, and that's the Critters collection. It comes with all 4 films. To be honest, it's been years since I've seen any of the Critters films. I really don't remember a whole lot, but one of these days I'm definitely going to dive into this box set and check it out. The next one is a Scream Factory IFC Midnight release, and this one I'm sure a lot of people have seen by now, Relic. I watched about half of this, and I really just didn't understand what was going on. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch it again sometime soon, but for anybody that's seen this, let me know what you think of it down below. It wasn't bad, but it was just very slow. The next one, I had to get these especially for Christmas, and that is Silent Night, Deadly Night. Unfortunately, I didn't get the slipcover to it, but I rewatched this one a few days before Christmas and still love it just as much as I loved it the first time seeing it. And then I also went ahead and picked up the sequel, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Surprisingly, this one comes with the slipcover and not the first one, but what are you gonna do? At one point I do need to get the DVD of 3, 4, and 5, but obviously this one, it's a piece of shit, but the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, an amazing Christmas classic. I can't say enough good things about it. Next up is the Scream Factory release of Final Exam. This one, I love anything to do with college or high school themed horror films. This is one that I have not seen yet, and they actually partnered, it looks like, with Code Red to put this Blu-ray out, but for anybody that's seen Final Exam, drop a comment down below. This next one I've seen before. I grabbed the Blu-ray because I heard it was going out of print, and this one is The Screaming Skull. It's a terrible, campy film from 1958, but it's absolutely hilarious, and I wanted to get it before it goes out of print. Next up is one I actually got from the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror Secret Satan. This is from Tony Farmer, and this is the Scream Factory double feature of Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. One that I need to check out. If anybody's seen this, let me know what you think, and I really hope at one point Scream Factory decides to do more of these double feature Blu-ray releases. Another one that I picked up that I haven't seen in years, really want to check it out, and that one is John Carpenter's The Fog, and it's been literally so long since I've seen this. I hate the remake with a burning passion, but the original Fog, it's one of my favorite John Carpenter films of all time. Let me know what you guys think of it down below, if you like it or if you don't like it. In my opinion, it's a masterpiece. And the last Scream Factory title that I picked up, this is one of their newer ones. It's Ghost Ship. This is another one that I haven't seen in years, but I remember not liking it when I first saw it, but I am really curious to checking it out again. Let me know if you have this edition, and what do you think overall on the film. So that does it for Scream Factory. Now let's get into some of the RLJ Entertainment titles. The first 2 are Shudder exclusives, and this one is Scare Package. This one I thought I was really going to like, but it turns out and a lot of people agree, it wasn't the greatest film. It's a weird anthology. The only part that most people, like myself, enjoyed about this film was Joe Bob Briggs, but this is one I would say you might want to check it out if it's on Shudder, but overall, it just wasn't for me. The next one, I've been meaning to check this one out. I really have heard a lot of good things about it, and this one is Yummy. If anybody has seen it, drop a comment down below, as I say a million times. This one I saw during Christmas time, and this one is actually, I love this one a lot, and this one's a Christmas horror story. Pretty much the Christmas version of Trick or Treat, and except it doesn't have that wraparound that Trick or Treat has, but this one just had a mix of everything, and it was actually a very well put together film. If anybody is looking for new Christmas horror films to check out, I'd say definitely give this one a chance. The last RLJ Entertainment title is All the Creatures Were Stirring, another anthology. This one was okay. The wraparound was a little odd, but the gore, especially in this film, was pretty fucking awesome. But for anybody that likes anthologies, this is one you might want to check out. But for a Christmas horror film, not one of my favorites. And then I got 3 films from Kino. The first one is the double feature of F.W. Murnau's The Haunted Castle, which is the main film on this, the one film that I wanted. And The Fiancés of the Grand Duke. Have no idea what this one is. This one is one of F.W. Murnau's silent films. F.W. Murnau being the same guy who directed Nosferatu. This is one I have not yet seen before. It's from 1921. For anybody that's seen The Haunted Castle, please drop a comment down below. This next one just looked really interesting, and I love just these weird foreign films, and this one is The Jewish Soul, 10 Classics of Yiddish Cinema, and I'm really curious to see the Dybbuk. It's mainly the one film that I wanted to check out, but I like films like The Golem, so this one should be pretty interesting. And the last Kino title that I picked up was Sean Cunningham's Deep Star 6. This was the first time I watched it, and I actually thought it was pretty fun. It wasn't terrible. I heard a lot of people shitting on this film, but overall, it was not a bad film. I'd definitely watch it again. For anybody that hasn't seen it but has heard negative reviews on it, definitely give it a shot because you might end up actually really liking it. The next one's a Miramax title, and I got this as well from Tony Hartman. This is the Mimic Trilogy set, and this is one that, it's a series that I've been wanting to see for the longest time. Any Mimic fans out there, definitely drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. These next 2 are Vestron's October releases, and I'm pretty sure just about everybody has it. They go for $10 each everywhere, so there's really no reason not to pick it up. The first one is David Cronenberg's Shivers, one that I really want to check out. And obviously the next one being probably the one everybody was going after, Little Monsters, and this is a film that I haven't seen since I was a kid, and I just remember loving the hell out of this film, but cheap, $10 each, so definitely go pick them up. Then I got a couple of the AGFA films on Blu-ray. The first one they did with Bleeding Skull, and that one is the McPherson tape. And this one, a lot of people are saying is the first actual found footage horror film, not counting a film like Cannibal Holocaust. But this one is from 1989, and it's a 63-minute film, but they're calling it the world's first found footage horror movie. That could be debatable, but again, I heard a lot of people saying that they really like this film. This is one of their newer releases, and this is one I need to give another shot because I really didn't care for it. This is another collaboration with Bleeding Skull, and that one is Limbo. This one, it's from 1999. It's a short film, only 55 minutes, but I need to give it another shot because I was really confused watching this one. But if you like Limbo, if you've seen it, drop a comment down below, let me know what you think of it. The next one is their latest release that came out around Halloween, and this one's from 1993, and that's Scary Tales. It's an anthology with one of the coolest horror hosts ever, this Grim Reaper character, and the shorts are pretty bad, but it's actually a really fun anthology. For any shot-on-video horror fans, this is one you might actually want to pick up. And the last AGFA title, this is one they collaborated with Something Weird Video. This one is The Scare Film Archives Volume 1 Drug Stories. And these are like a bunch of after-school specials for kids on like not doing drugs and stuff. I love stuff like this, but for anybody that likes those after-school kind of specials, this is one to check out. The next bunch are films from an underground label in the United Kingdom known as Dead Format. These ones are pretty damn impossible to track down. This first one being Las Vegas Bloodbath, which is a shot-on-video horror film. Pretty terrible shot-on-video horror film, surprisingly, with really good gore. And I just love the artwork on the slipcovers for these dead format releases. This next one I got, I still need to check it out. This one translates to Japanese Splatter Volume 1, I believe. Don't know much about that one. And then this one is one that I friggin' love, and I know people are gonna go nuts when they see this one, but this one is True Gore, and this one does come with part 2 as well, and I'm just really stoked to finally have a copy of this. Expect a review to come soon. I'm already planning a True Gore review. And this next one is another one I was really curious about. This is Adam Mason's Pig, his unreleased film. Watched a little bit of it, and it was very grisly. I definitely need to finish the rest of this one day. And this next one is kind of like a tribute to the original Japanese guinea pig films. This one is called 13 Ghost Stories. I've seen episode 1 of it. I still need to check out the rest of them, but really bizarre Japanese films. And the next bunch I got are all from a Baroque house, and the first one is I Cut Your Flesh, and yeah, I have to cover it for some nudity on it, but this is pretty much a documentary on, like, extreme piercing, suspension, stuff like that. This is actually one of a Baroque house's, one of their more, I guess, best-selling films that they have. That's at least what Sam Howell told me. And the next one, another documentary. This one is The Odd World of Felicia Fisher. I need to get to watching this one soon. And the next one, another film starring Felicia Fisher, and that one is Green Hell. This one, I can't wait to check this one out. I heard nothing but amazing stuff on it. And then the other one we picked up, this one is Vania, and there's some nudity on the front, so I want to cover that, but this one looks awesome. And the last one, it is a Baroque house's newest, and this one is Love Dump in the limited edition cover. But all awesome films. If you're interested, go check them out, baroquehouse.com. Link will be in the description as always. The next one I did a review on, it's from Nevermore Productions, and this one is Portraits of Andrea Palmer. For anybody that likes hardcore XXX films mixed with good horror and drama, I can't recommend this one enough. I consider it a masterpiece, one of my favorite films that I've seen of 2020. And yeah, it's from 2017, but still one of the best films that I've seen this year. The next two are Massacre video titles. This one I need to sit down and check out. This one is The Devil. I hear a lot of people really like this one. And the last one that I got, this one I did the review on. This is the Avon Triple Feature, which is a bunch of films from Avon Productions, most of them starring Ron Jeremy. But there's still a few copies for sale of this on massacrevideo.com, so if you want a copy, go over there and pick it up. The next two are Unearthed Films releases, and this one is their latest in their Too Extreme for Mainstream line. I believe Grindhouse Video and Diabolic DVD might have a few of these left over, but this one is House of Flesh Mannequins. This is probably my favorite of the Too Extreme for Mainstream line, but this is one of the weirdest films I've ever seen. It's made by the same guy who did Red Crocodile and Doll Syndrome, but for anybody that likes these bizarre films, again, it is out of print, but if you can get a hold of it, I'd say check it out. The last Unearthed Films title, and you've seen the review of it, this one is Torched, Ryan Nicholson's first film. Definitely my favorite Ryan Nicholson film out there, with some of the most brutal gore that I've seen in a very long time. The next two are SRS Cinema titles. This one I have not checked out yet, but it just looks awesome, called Dear Life, Wormwood's End. This is a William Victor Schoten film. but this looks like a pretty cool zombie film. It's from 2014, and if anybody has seen this, definitely drop a comment down below. The last SRS Cinema Blu-ray, this is another one of the Polonia Brothers double features, and this one has Church of the Dam, which is the Polonia's one of their first films, and Bad Magic, which I had no idea was a Polonia film. Definitely one of my least favorite Polonia Brothers films, but Church of the Dam, it's a pretty awesome shot-on-video horror film. If you like shot-on-video horror, I think they still have a few of these left for sale on srscinema.com, so don't hold out. Go pick it up now. The next two are Universal titles, the first one being Krampus. This one was okay. To me, it's like if National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was in a horror film. Definitely not a film to take seriously. I saw this one in the theater and really didn't think much of it, but it's a alright kind of film, I guess. And the last one is the Black Christmas remake, the newest one. This one I really didn't care for. I knew what they were going for and I thought it was stupid. I really don't know what other people are saying about it, but if you've seen this version of Black Christmas, drop a comment down below. I'm really curious to hear what you think of it. The next two are Scream Team releasing titles. The first one is 1031. I got this around Halloween, but unfortunately did not get to check it out, but I heard these are pretty kick-ass films. And then, of course, being 1031 Part 2. If anybody has seen the 1031 films, definitely drop a comment down below. This one's an Epic Pictures release. This one is Josh Hasty's Candy Corn. This is one that I really did not, it was alright. I really don't think I'd ever watch this one again. If anybody thinks otherwise, drop a comment down below, but I really just couldn't get into it with this one. This one's a little hard to find now, especially the Blu-ray, but it's Justin Seaman's The Barn. I remember when this film was trying to get distribution, and I met Justin Seaman over at Monster Mania, and just hearing about the film and eventually seeing it, there was so much hype to it, and this one is definitely a 21st century Halloween classic, in my opinion. But if you haven't seen The Barn, I know Justin Seaman's working on a new film currently, but for any Halloween-themed horror movie fans, definitely check this one out. This is one I've yet to check out, but I have, I got this one sent to me because I donated to the Indiegogo, and this one is Hacked, signed by the cast and crew. If anybody has seen this, definitely let me know your thoughts of it down below. The next one is one from Artsploitation, and I believe this is one of the few Artsploitation titles that I have. This one is Red Christmas with Dee Wallace. This one was a really morbid Christmas film. Definitely a lot of amazing gore in it, but Dee Wallace's performance is phenomenal, and I watched this, and at first I didn't like it, but after letting it sit in for a while, I really did love it and did appreciate it. But for anybody that wants a newer Christmas film to check out, this one is from 2016, so relatively new. I'd say definitely give this one a watch. The next one is a Welgo USA title, and that one is Better Watch Out. This is one of my favorite home invasion films. I love the fact that it takes place during Christmas, but any home invasion fan, any Christmas horror theme fan, definitely, I say, is a pretty damn must-see. The next one was put out by FilmRise, and I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this by now, My Friend Dahmer. I saw this when it first came out, and I did really like this one. It's a weird film, but not the kind of film that I loved it, but definitely not the film that I thought it was gonna be. For any Jeffrey Dahmer fans, if I would call them out there, then this is one you might want to check out. And then surprisingly for this update, only one Vinegar Syndrome title. This one is one that I wanted for a while, Mausoleum. Really need to check this one out. For anybody that's seen it, drop a comment down below. The next one, I didn't get a chance to watch this one. I hear mixed reviews on it, but it's Silent Night, the loose remake, I guess, to Silent Night Deadly Night. Mainly wanted it just because Malcolm McDowell is in it, but for anybody that's seen this one, please let me know what you think of it down below. The next one's a Ghost House Underground title, and this is of Jack Ketchum's offspring. Ever since I saw The Woman, I needed to check out the other films, but Offspring is definitely not my favorite of the three. It's good, but there's something of it that just wasn't for me, maybe because it's pretty quiet throughout the film, but there is some amazing gore in this one. There's awesome gore in all of the films. And then I needed to also pick up Darlin', and a lot of people don't like this one. If I had to rate the films, I'd say The Woman number 1, Darlin' number 2, and Offspring number 3. That probably sounds crazy to a lot of people, but this one was surprisingly pretty good, and I'm curious to see, probably not, but if they will do a sequel to this one. And then the last Blu-ray for this one I got mainly because I saw Jeremy talk about it, but this is a Gravitas release, and this one is The Orange Years, the Nickelodeon story. Pretty much, I guess I need to check it out, a documentary on 90s Nickelodeon. I'm definitely a 90s kid. I grew up during the 90s. I loved Nickelodeon, so this one should be definitely up my alley. So that does it for all of the 4Ks and Blu-rays that I got since about September, but just wait because we've got probably more DVDs coming up in the next video, so that's gonna do it for today's update. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out this video. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for all my latest videos posted every Monday and Friday. And also make sure to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to stay posted on what I'm doing behind the scenes of making these videos. Before you click off this video, don't forget to hit it with a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below saying which one of these films that you like or don't like, and of course other films that I didn't pick up that you recommend me checking out. Until next time, take care, and stay scared.